and this is episode 1 of my very first podcast. This podcast is called Vent in Rhythm, Rhythm and Rhyme, where we express our emotions through poetry, through art, through music, and through just speaking it out, We live in a world where people want to be understood, right? People want to be able to have a safe place or a safe person to go to and be open and honest and vulnerable. But the world is really fake, and there's a lot of nasty people that will use and abuse your emotions. So, in this podcast, we just express ourselves. And in this particular episode of it, we're talking about being tired and done. All right? I am going to be a bit honest, okay? Because a lot of how my videos have started with my business, especially when I started it last year, came from a place of honesty. I'm tired. I'm tired of a lot of things. I am tired of trying to please unpleasable people. I'm tired of barely floating above the water. Like, if you guys ever experience depression and anxiety, right? And I talk about this a lot, especially with the videos that I post about how to handle it because I suffer with it too. And it just feels like you are in the middle of the deepest part of the ocean and you're barely above the water and you got concrete shoes, you have cement on your feet, and you have little floaties trying to help you stay up, right? And the concrete is getting heavier and heavier, and you're sinking deeper and deeper. And then every once in a while, you move your arms and you just barely get some gasp of air. I'm tired of trying to fight that battle. Now, no, we are not going to talk about killing ourselves, okay? I'm not. But I am going to talk about how exhausting it is and what a lot of us mean when we say we're tired. A lot of people think that when we come to them and say, man, I'm really tired, they think that we need sleep. No, I need peace. I'm tired of dealing with narcissistic people who leech off my energy, my time. I'm tired of killing myself to make unhappy people happy. I'm tired of sacrificing my mental health and my emotional well being, my physical health, my spiritual health. I'm tired of having to walk on eggshells to make an unpleasable person happy. Now, sometimes we have to deal with unpleasable people because they're family members, whether they are by blood or in some cases, whether they're by just, they happen to be added onto the group. They got married into the family, or they're somebody that fell in love with someone and they're just here, right? Unpleasable people are like asses full of sauces, always riding their white horse, high and mighty, looking down upon everybody else, thinking that they are so above everyone because they have stick up their asses that give them unclassy sasses, right? This fucked up mentality that the world bask in their radiance and that they are the main character in every single thing. And I want to say this with honesty, right? There are going to be people like this. There are going to be people like this in your family. There are going to be people like this in friendship. There are going to be people like this in your relationship, whether you're with a man, a woman, or a person. Okay? There's going to be somebody in work. There's going to be somebody passing by. So understand that we have to be able to have skill sets to handle those difficult people. But if you don't know how to play the game, and how to flip your sides. You can drown in this ocean of emotion, the depths of madness. Here's the thing about madness, right? It's a crazy thing, but it's true. It is like going down Alice's rabbit hole. It's never ending. There's no rock bottom to the madness. There's just different levels and layers and intensity. Because I have broken myself. I've broken myself. I've been broken, shattered, right? Scars, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, scars. Some of them healed. Some of them never really healed, but I learned to work with it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not 100% okay, but I know how to handle this a lot better. I know how to keep it under control where I'm not lashing out because I'm angry at this person and I can't tell this person to go fuck themselves, right? Because if you're dealing with difficult people, you're dealing with abusive people, you're dealing with people who are always negative, they're never happy. Nothing you do is good enough. There is no love. And I want a lot of people to understand because a lot of people who haven't been in those relationships, right, will wonder why. Why is this man with this woman who treats him so ugly? Why are you with this woman that yells at you all the time and beats you all the time and, you know, abuses and mistreats you? Why is he with her? Why doesn't he break up with her? Why doesn't he get a divorce? Why doesn't he kick her out? See, looking outside in, it looks like that would be the absolute answer and it's easy, right? Just to kick them out of your life. But when you're in it, okay, and for those of you guys who've experienced being in it, you know what I mean when I say this. It's not easy. It's not. Okay? Like some of us are in a situation with a family member that is completely losing their mind due to health issues, due to the fact that they are very stubborn and hot headed and impulsive and aggressive, and they refuse to get help. So, what do? They drag everybody else down with them. They start fights over small things like keys or remote controls or phones or events, right? You can't send them to a nursing home. You can't ship them away to to another family member. You're just having to kind of deal with them and try to be patient with them and try not to lose your sanity because every day is World War II. Every day you're getting cursed at. Every day there is a new story in their mind. There's the voice in their head telling them, oh, they're cheating on you. Oh, they're trying to hurt them. Oh, this is happening. And you think giving them medicine, right, to help them calm down, to relax is something easy, but you have to deal with a difficult person who won't go to the doctor, who won't get checked out, who is not only very sick health wise and mentally and physically, they also are a narcissistic parasite. So you're dealing with not only this, but you're also dealing with another factor. And with those two factors combined together, it is almost impossible to handle because not only is this person a narcissist, not only are they going to suck your emotions and your life force dry, right? Because you're never good enough. All your dreams are worthless. Everything you do is a failure. You are lucky to have me because I care about you so much. Because I have you, I've always been there. It's always with emotional manipulation. They always pretend to be there for you. So the hand to hold, the shoulder to cry on. They're always telling you that you would be lost without them, that you're not smart, you're not capable of doing things because you're mentally messed up. You just don't have the common sense. You don't have the stuff to make your own decisions. Messed up on this, right? They could be going over there. And again, these people fight over the littlest thing and they make it into a big thing and they pick on people. They'll pick on somebody knowing that this person can get easily upset. And they poke and they poke and they poke and they poke and they live off of manipulation. Their specialty is emotional, verbal, and mental manipulation. You may be really lucky and you get somebody that's also physical, somebody that is aggressive, in your face, yelling at you like a child with a tantrum, and they're a grown ass person. I want you to understand, like, if you ever seen the phrases of like a man child or like a baby girl, okay? And when I say baby girl, I mean a woman that acts like a child who has no common sense. Like, she's not mature. She's not acting like an adult. She's just having a tantrum because things didn't go her way. And she's spoiled and entitled and she's angry. So she takes her anger out on everybody and refuses to take responsibility. These are what narcissistic people do. They will push you out of your character and they will record you. Believe and receive. I have seen many narcissists. I wish I could say they're a fantasy. They're just like the boogeyman, they're only something that we tell each other to keep each other in line. I have seen like 3 or 4 narcissists in different people. I have experienced a narcissistic relationship. It's fucking insane. It's like how I mentioned in the beginning of this video, right? It's just like you are in the deepest part of the ocean, right? Like below you is the Mariana Trench, right? And at any time you can sink lower and lower into the trenches and there's nobody here to save you. And you're just trying to figure out how to save yourself. Because you get tired of being alone. Okay, and sometimes I do. I feel like I'm by myself. I truly do. I feel like I'm on my own. I can't express my emotions because every time I express my emotions, they're used against me. So I have to shut down and act like everything is fine, like nothing. And deep down inside, I'm splitting myself in half. I'm splitting myself at trying to be compassionate and keep a hold of what's little left of my humanity, right? And on the other hand, there's a piece of me that's just like, why should I even try? If people want me to be so cold and heartless, right? Why disappoint them? Why not show them what a monster I can really be? And then I'm like, I'm that way, then how can I be compassionate and kind to my family? Like, I want to be able to be empathetic, you know what I mean? I want to be able to connect with people in an emotional way because I feel like when we're dealing with being tired, we're tired of being stressed. I'm tired of being stressed. I'm tired of being overwhelmed. I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of being anxious. I'm tired of not feeling like I'm good enough. I'm tired of fake smiling, telling my loved ones I'm okay, when reality of it, I am losing my mind. I am. And right now I'm being human because this is scary. This is scary because this is vulnerability. I am tired. I don't need sleep. I need peace. I need to stop trying to balance my two sides because I'm trying. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm a garnet. If you guys watch Steven Universe, you'll understand what I mean. If you haven't watched Steven Universe, I'm gonna apologize for a spoiler. I'm a ruby and a sapphire. My ruby has emotion, has drive, has vigor, has passion. My sapphire has insights, has strategy, has the ability to step outside my skin and my body and look at things without being tied into things of more of like a human, more like earthy kind of thing, right? Like as a person, as a human being, you have emotions. Okay? That's what vent and rhythm and rhyme is. We are talking about our emotions. And at times in these podcasts, I will put in rhymes because honestly, when I get really upset, I rhyme when I'm angry. Okay? Like, for example, unfortunately, we are stuck with people who have stick up their asses and full of sasses that are all a part of the masses of the sasses with the stick up their asses. They ride on their horses as high as can be, looking upon each other with glee as they bask down below, glaring down upon those who they think are below them, as those who reach their hands to try to get some help. They go over there past them, calling them whelps, pathetic, useless, ugly, and poor. Those people with sticks up their asses full of sasses, riding their horses as high as can be to look down on people like you and me. And it is true. There's a lot of people in this world who think that they're better than everybody, and they take great pleasure in putting people like ourselves down. And they refuse to see and understand what they do to other people affects their mental health, affects their emotional well-being, and affects their physical state. You guys are going to hear me say a lot of things about peasants. Now, what does peasants have to do with being tired and done? As queens, kings, and royals in betweens, my men, my women, my people, our energy is high. Okay? And peasants are energy vampires. They will come to you because they can't level up like we can. They don't see life with lessons and blessings. Like in my 29 years of living, with each experience, good and bad, I've learned to be compassionate and kind. I have learned to be strong. And I've learned that things that should have broke me to my goddamn core has only made me wiser and stronger and able to understand more than what I did in the beginning of this whole spiritual healing journey. Okay? Like, I'm not going to go over there and claim out all the shit that's ever happened to me because we all been through shit, right? We all been through hell, our own personal version of it. And we all crawled out of that thing, bruised, shattered, scarred, scrapped, put our pieces back on together, build ourselves from rubble, from nothingness, into these people that we are today. I will never claim to be perfect. I will never claim to be the high sage and beige. I won't. But I will say this. For those of you guys who survived betrayal, who survived physical, verbal, psychological, mental, sexual abuse and trauma, who have survived changes. Because in life, like seasons, everything changes. People change. Loyalties switch up, bro. People who claim their loyalty to you, the same motherfuckers are the ones that put knives behind your back and smile in your face. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy, bestie. And they just stab you in the back. They drop you. They leave you and things get rough. And then they come back again when things are glorious. Sometimes we outgrow people and people outgrow us. You know, things happen. It's not easy. The changes are not always rainbows and unicorns and butterflies. They ain't. But some of those things should have really taken you down. And like, here you are, you badass motherfucker. You glorious ray of fucking sunshine. You strong ass boss, queen, king, and beautiful royal in between are still here, compassionate, empathetic, and refuse to put pain that you went through onto others. That's strength. Hurt people hurt others because they refuse to heal. That's what peasants are. They're hurt people that refuse to heal, refuse to adapt. And because they see us being so happy and excited, they can't go up, right? They chip, they take your battery, they fuck with your mind. Either you're below them or you're at their level being miserable. Why? Because misery likes company. They are the ones that will make you anxious, nervous, worn out, stressed. You wonder why every time you are with this person, you feel overwhelmed, exhausted, and drained. Why? You came in there happy, you try to give them help and assistance, and they just always cause problems and things of that nature. That can make a person tired. And it can also make you done. I think it's dangerous when we're done with things, right? Because I've been talking about tired and how abuse can really fuck us up and how it is really just drowning. Like, I'm not lying when I tell you guys that there are days that I feel like I'm not gonna make it anymore. And then I wake up the next day and I'm like, well, I guess we're back at it again, right? Just back at it. Here we are again, putting a smile on our face, trying to make sure that we shine high and make sure nobody feels the way that we're feeling, you know, because it's kind of like not all my loved ones know what I'm going through. My best friend doesn't know. And it's not like I go over there and tell them because it's just so crazy, you know? Like when something is just so crazy and so out of order that you don't know how to put it to where people can make, like how people can understand what you're saying, right? Like for example, right? I'm just gonna say some out of pocket shit. You have to deal with your stepmother or father going over there, having immense health issues, and also being a narcissist, fighting with everybody, pushing everybody away, blaming that everybody is trying to hurt them, and not really understanding that they're the reason why nobody really wants to deal with them. Like, you ever been with somebody who's so difficult, right? And they know they're the ones doing it, but they pretend that they're not. Like, oh my goodness, everybody is against me. And I have done nothing wrong. How many times have I told you, though, not to do something? How many times have I asked you please to be kind? How many times have you told them that what they're doing is hurting you, right? Like that friend that talks behind your back and you tell them, hey, we can't be friends anymore unless you stop this. Or that boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, wife, husband, whatever, right? You always catch them lying. You always catch them starting mess, causing problems, starting drama, and then play the victim at the end. And you have to deal with it getting worse and worse because not only do they have narcissistic tendencies, they have Alzheimer's and dementia. Their health issue is fucking them up. And it is overwhelming. They are telling family everywhere that you are picking on them, that they're being bullied, they're being hurt. People are screaming at them because they pushed everybody in the house out of their character where they have videotaped. Oh my gosh, what did you say? What did you say? What is that? I can't take it anymore. I'm tired of your abuse. You're always on my ass. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean it like that. Why are you shouting at me? Oh, say it louder. You know those motherfuckers. I know one of you guys listening to this knows these motherfuckers. They ones that push, 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 and you have enough and you go push. They have their phone. The rating. Oh, I'm going to save this for later. And everybody in the family is wondering what the fuck is going on because half the people know that this person's full of shit. And the other half the people are trying to understand what's going on. And it's just kind of like, and it doesn't even have to be a family member, right? It can be a friend or a partner, like I said before. Like, I'm just saying out of pocket shit. Just saying the most random thing. Because it's like one day they're screaming in your face, and the next few weeks they're acting scared. They're quiet. They look at you like you're the abuse, you're the bully, you're the main protagonist. You're like the bad guy, right? You're the villain. Oh my god. If I could tell you guys the stories of me being the villains of the people who started the shit in the first place. Baby. And these motherfuckers are really good at pretending. They are so innocent. They have done nothing wrong. They are the higher power. The angels sing their names. Glory to be. When they walk outside, guys, when they walk outside, the heaven skies open and the angels come down with trumpets and harps and they sing praises to their name. And it's crazy dealing with people like that because they're so good at acting innocent. They're so good at pretending everything is okay. And you have to stay out of their way. And sometimes you can't get out. Like sometimes you can get out. If you can get out, leave. If you can get out of that relationship before it turns into a first 48, right? Like I don't know if that show's running anymore. It's been a while since I've actually like watched TV. Like freaking 2 years or so since I've actually watched an actual show, right? On the TV because we don't have that where I'm at. Anywho, you're gonna go over there and have somebody kill somebody because they can't take the abuse anymore because they felt trapped. And these abusive people really know how to isolate you. They know how to make you feel so alone, which adds on to the fact that you're tired and your thoughts get dark. Sometimes my thoughts get so dark, man, because I'm tired. I'm just like, if I run away, far away, where nobody knows me, will I finally get peace? And then I think, man, my family needs me. My siblings need me. My mom needs me. My ama, who I call my aunt, right? I call her ama, needs me. My cousins would be kind of sad, right? My friends would be probably wondering why I haven't fucking talked to them longer than usual, right? And I can't go over there and let somebody have that power over me where I want to just run far away and never deal with them again. Like, there's always going to be another, Dorothy or Tommy or Derek or Wainford, right? There's always going to be one of those fuckers in your life, no matter how far you run away. They're just there, like, a parasite or an infestation, like a disease that has no cure, that festers and decays at humanity. Yeah, I'm being nasty, I'm being mean. Because as much as I wish the world be rid of narcissistic, abusive people, that's just not the world that we live in. If you can get out of the relationship, get out. Save money, get out of there. Make sure that you're able to be financially stable on your own before you even jump into relationships. Because if you have your own money but you're stuck in an abusive relationship, you can at least leave because you're financially stable. And every man, woman, and person should have a you know, a secret account. You should. You should have an account that is nothing tethered to your marriage, because when you get married, no matter where you're from, the money is y'all's. Okay, so your money, even if you're richer than your partner or your partner's richer than you, it is both of y'all's. That means most of the time it'll be split in fucking half. Everything will be split down the fucking middle, more or less. Sometimes the abusive person takes all your money and your belongings, and now you're stuck with nothing. And you wish you'd have that fucking secret account, but you didn't think it was necessary. Believe me, baby, I've been there. There's many fucking times I could have had my ass a little cushion account, and my dumb ass didn't think so. I'm gonna blame it on me being young and me being naive, okay? Because when I was younger, I was hot headed and naive. I believed in everybody. I believed in all the fairy tales and all that, man. And I also was scared to have my own stuff because I knew that I was supposed to have at least something to fall back on, right? But I was so scared that I didn't do it. I let my fear go over there and control me. Now, bro, have your account. Your partner doesn't need to know about it. I have Airtel. I have my money in my Airtel because, I'm like American and foreign because I'm mixed. And my Airtel has all my stuff in it that I can get, and it doesn't have to be tied into marital things. So, like, I have it in shillings. That's, you know, my country's currency is shillings and things. And it can be something that I can put back into other places and still have for me, you know? And I'll say this to anybody. I was like, look, you can have the most trustworthy partner, but it's always good to have a backup account. I say this to every man, woman, and lady. Like, I know that we're supposed to trust our partners, and that is great. But in case you go over there and you get stuck with a bad person, because sugar and salt look the same. They do. I want y'all really hear me when I say this. Sugar and motherfucking salt look the same. Until you put it in your mouth, you don't know which one's sweet and which one's salty. That's the same with people. Everybody look cute until you really get to see the colors that they truly are. Abuse is abuse, toxic is toxic, and they look like everybody. There's no gender, there's no sexuality, there's no nationality, there's no ethnicity. It is what it is. Like, it can be anybody. Hell, I could be an abusive person. I choose not to. I know what it's like to be on that other end, and I don't want anybody to feel that way. You know? Anyways, if you can get out, get out. Be with a loved one or a family member that's not going to go over there where you have to be overwhelmed and exhausted. Be okay with having to start things over, baby. Sometimes You're going to have to build yourself millions of times until you get it right. And when you're done, it means that you're just over it. Like right now, I'm tired and I'm done. I'm tired of dealing with certain things that are out of my control. I'm tired of repeating the same pattern over and over again. Like, I think a lot of times when you're healing, when you're learning, right, you go through a lot of patterns. My pattern that I had to learn and that I'm accepting now is that I kill myself for other people. I'm so used to, like, because of things that I've gone through, I'm so used to making excuses for other people's shitty behaviors. And the worst part is that I learned to love myself, but at the same time I want to be nice. Like, I know that I can be a dick. You know what I mean? Like, I can be an asshole, but I have a big heart. I don't always mean to be a dick. So, like, when I'm being nasty and rude, I don't always catch myself doing it. I'm learning to, because, like, sometimes I think I'm being jokeful and funny and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just giving you a hard time. If I hurt you, I apologize truly. That's not what I mean to do." And sometimes I end up being a little too nice, and I end up trying to make reasons as to why people are pieces of shit. And I forget that, like, look, at the end of the day, we all have fucking problems. We do. I have problems. I'm saying this on a live on YouTube where people can share these videos and post it for the world to see. You feel me? So, like, I have no shame into looking y'all in the eyes and saying, yo, we're all a little fucked up. Okay, like, some of us are not all the way up there because of the shit that we had to go through. Made us a little crazy, but it also added to us to being good problem solvers, laughing when we're stressed out instead of punching somebody in the goddamn throat, letting our intrusive thoughts win, having self-control and things of that nature. Like, we're all a little. The important part is that we're not going over there giving people what we've been through. You know what I mean? Like, if you've really been through shit and you've really been through hard stuff, would you ever want somebody to feel the way that you feel? I would never. I know how lonely and empty and crazy and hurtful it is. I know how bad my thoughts can be. And I would wish that on no one. Really, truly no one. Because that's a horrible thing. That you're going over there taking your anger out on innocent people. And this is why I say again, hurt people hurt others. Like, I feel like the person I'm dealing with is just a hurt person that refused to heal, decides to play the victim, and is always being a difficult asshole. And because of how volatile their personality is, like, they're a fucking Malachite from Steven Universe, okay? I use a lot of Steven Universe references, especially when it comes to, like, relationships and personalities. Because Malachite and Steven Universe is just, like, very toxic, aggressive, explosive, neurotic, uncontrolled, okay? And the worst part is, right, is that this person doesn't even look like that. They look like some sweet old person that's kind, down to fucking earth, and they are just a bat out of hell. They are. They know it. I've told them. I've been like, look, I really don't like your attitude and things, and I wish you could be a little bit more easy. Because when you do these things, it hurts me. Like, I've actually sat down and said it. I've had conversations. And it goes into one ear and out the other. You feel me? Like, yeah. Sometimes talking about it to those people who are hurting you, they don't really listen. So sometimes staying out of their way is the best way, because again, if you can leave, leave. If you can really get out and go great. Because sometimes you can't leave the relationship like you want. Sometimes you have to just find a way to hold yourself together, pray to the gods and goddesses and divine entities and spirits of the world, like the universe and the cosmic flow, to give you strength to keep on going. Sometimes it's your loved ones that are keeping you going, because if it was just yourself, we probably wouldn't be here. Now, on that note, because it's getting super depressing and incredibly dark, don't be hard on yourself. Please don't. You didn't ask for any of this to happen. You didn't ask to be exhausted, tired, drained, stressed out, just over everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Will it go? Will you ever stop being tired? Yes. You will. There's gonna be good days, baby, and there's gonna be bad days. Like, I have my good days where I feel amazing. I'm like, you know what? I'm this bitch. I'm gonna slay my day. I'm gonna go out here and just be a vibe, flying high in the sky, unbothered and unapologetic. And then there's other times, right, where I feel like I'm a piece of shit. I do not love myself. I look ugly. I just want to, like, I want to just stay in bed all day and not leave and just kind of like block out all my pain. When I say these things are going to be real, we are going to be very, very honest and raw on these podcasts. We have enough bullshit shoved down our throats. We might as well go into something that is, real, genuine, and authentic, because people need that. Anyways, and like I said, it's not your fault. You're not in charge of their attitude. They decided to be assholes. You know what I mean? And it's not your job to make everybody happy. Again, this is something that I always keep breaking because I kill myself. And when I say I kill myself, I mean I make myself shrink. I walk on eggshells. I'm very quiet. Oh, I don't want to offend them. Listen, at this point, I'm so tired and done. I don't give a shit. Like, listen, choke, okay? Choke on my pensational attitude. Choke on it. I don't give a fuck. And I think when you get tired and done in that way, where you fed up and like enough is enough, you got to get to that point though. You got to get to that point one time to push you over. Because when you get tired and done, you don't care anymore. Their opinions no longer matter to you. Like where I'm at right now, their opinions don't really matter to me. I'm just tired of dealing like with their energy. Like, look, you're not going to go anywhere. And I'm sure as hell not going to go anywhere. And it looks like we're just going to be here, right? So here's the thing. You do your shit and I do my fucking shit and we'll be cordial. Hi, how are you? I'm good. That's it. That's the connection. There's not even like, it used to be something and now it's just like, you know what I mean? So I'm sorry. I'm sweating and my nose itches. So I'm gonna be like playing with my nose. I'm sorry, guys. But like I was saying, like you have to get to that point, baby. You gotta get to that point where you so sick and tired of being sick and tired, it don't matter no more. Like, look, I got nothing left to lose. I try my best to stay on that vibe. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with myself. I don't care about this person anymore. I have tried. I have tried compassion. I have tried patience. I have tried understanding. I have tried to make reasons, excuses. I have tried shrinking my beautiful, bodacious self. And I know that some of you guys are doing the fucking same. Listen, don't shrink to be digestible. I got this from like Plant Queen. They have something on like their TikTok. And they have like these like really cute videos like about just like embracing yourself, you know, also queer and gay, like LGBTQA plus history and topics and stuff of that nature, and I really like them. I do. Anyways, they have a lot of things, and you're like, look, why are we out here trying to fit in with people who are not even supposed to be part of our vibe and tribe? And I'm like, you know what? They're right. They really are. Like, why are we letting these people control our lives? Let's be done with it. Like, look, you don't have to like me, and I don't have to care. I'm not like, don't go over there, guys. Okay, I'm gonna end it soon. I promise. I've been yapping for like 45 minutes and counting. I promise. I'm gonna go. I started off dark, but I'm gonna end it with a light thing, okay? Because I love you guys and I want y'all to be okay. At the end of the day, if anything you got out of this video, don't go over there and kill yourself to please unpleasable people. They chose not to be happy. And you can't love somebody who can't love themselves. Really, truly, if they don't love themselves, you can't love them because your love will never be enough. I have loved really bad people. Okay, I have given myself to people trying to give, if I love them, if I show them compassionate understanding, they will love me too. Baby, honey, darling. Don't be Captain Save a Host. Some of these hoes don't need to be saved. And don't be Bob the Builder, bitch. Some of these women, some of these men, some of these people, like I said, there is no gender when it comes to abuse and toxicity, when it comes to nastiness, when it comes to ugliness, when it comes to people's bullshit. It don't got no goddamn gender. It is all in any, baby. It is all in any. All right? Now, that being said, you're not meant to go over there and make everybody happy. Why? Because you're not a goddamn cup of tea. You're a motherfucking daiquiri. I'm a daiquiri. I am. I'm a fun alcoholic slushy with rainbow candy and treats, with a super cool loop-de-loop straw with little umbrellas, you know, and it's got gin and vodka and tequila and rum and just like, you know, 2020 Mad Dog wine in that bitch and like some 40 beer tackled in. I am a daiquiri. Why am I out here giving people tea-like prices when they should be paying a goddamn daiquiri price? We are top dollar, we're top shelves. Our energy, our effort, our stuff, okay? Who you are, baby. You are worth love. You are not your past. You did nothing to deserve this type of treatment. I apologize if you're feeling the way that I'm feeling at times, just tired, fed up, and done, and wondering what, like, if I pissed off the gods and goddesses or divine entities or cosmic flow or somebody to get this shit constantly coming in. Like, it's like a fucking roller coaster. Things are good and then drops down again. Then it fucking picks up again and it goes this way. And then all again is another lesson. And I'm just like, if I have to deal with another motherfucking lesson because of another motherfucking person who cannot heal themselves, I'm about to crash out. You know, like things are about to get real interesting up in this bitch because, bro, they be fucking with the wrong one. Sometimes you get there. It's okay. You have the right to be angry, tired, and exhausted, but you don't have the right to give up on yourself. You're going to make it through this motherfucking storm. Just like I'm going to get over my own storm. And no, I'm not trying to make it all about me. I'm not. I'm just saying that you're not alone, even though you feel lonely. Because sometimes I really do feel like I'm by myself. And I forget that there's other people that are going through the same crap that I'm going through. In different volumes, in different levels, in different situations. And it's fine. You're not alone. You are loved. You got this. It's okay to fucking cry, baby. It's okay. Every boss ass king, queen, and royal has to have a little breakdown from time to time. Get those tears, let them out, dry them up, put your crown on, because you're sexy and you're a badass. Get your shoulders straight, baby. And walk with the confidence of a 4-year-old in Batman pajamas with glitter glasses. Walk with that kind of confidence. They don't give a shit. They out here just vibing, doing their own thing. They're little. They don't have to go over there and try to make everybody happy, because when you're a little kid, that really doesn't matter. You know, there's not a concept, bro. Like at this point, juice, graham crackers, some video games, play outside. Let's go. It's a good day. It's a nice life. You know, but you deserve the best, is what I'm trying to say. And you got this. You do. Even though at times it may not feel like you do. Anyways, I'm going to cut it off. Thank you guys so much for joining my first ever podcast on YouTube Live, talking about our feelings and our emotions and shit. Yeah, there's going to be plenty more. And as I get along with these podcasts, they'll hopefully be a lot more classier and, you know, a little bit more calmer. I'm a very energetic person by nature. So, yeah. All right. I love you guys. Slay the day. Be happy and be gay. You got this. Peace out. Bye.